Abuja, the heart of Nigeria, pulsed with nervous energy. The air, thick with humidity and anticipation, carried whispers of the negotiations. For weeks, the fate of countless families hung in the balance. The minimum wage debate had become a national issue, a symbol of the struggle between the haves and the have-nots. Markets bustled with forced cheer, while in quiet homes, anxieties simmered. The weight of expectation pressed down on the city. Would this be another disappointment? Another broken promise? Or would this be the moment when the voices of the ordinary, the hard-working, and the forgotten were finally heard? Abuja held its breath, waiting, hoping, praying. The future felt uncertain, yet there was a glimmer of hope in the air. Bola, a widowed mother of 3, scrubbed floors until her knuckles bled. Each night she prayed for a miracle, a chance to provide her children with more than just scraps.
Emeka, a young graduate full of dreams, worked 2 jobs to make ends meet. His spirit slowly chipped away by exhaustion.
Nkechi, a street vendor with a quick smile and a heart full of worry, hawked her wares under the scorching sun, dreaming of a better life for her children. They were the faces of Nigeria's working class, resilient, determined, and desperate for change. Their stories, though different in detail, echoed the same yearning for dignity, for a fair wage, for a chance to live, not just survive. They were the backbone of the nation, the unsung heroes who kept the wheels turning, even as the system seemed designed to keep them down. Their plight had become a rallying cry, their struggle a symbol of a nation yearning for justice. For generations, they had toiled under the weight of injustice, their sweat and labor fueling a system that seemed to offer little in return. The cost of living soared, while wages remained stagnant, trapping them in a cycle of poverty. Each day was a battle against hunger, against despair, against a system that seemed rigged against them. Their pleas for a living wage had been met with indifference, their cries for help lost in a labyrinth of bureaucracy. Politicians, disconnected from the realities of their lives, made promises they failed to keep. Hope, once a flickering flame, threatened to be extinguished under the weight of broken dreams and empty promises. Yet, even in the darkest of times, the human spirit persevered, fueled by an unshakable belief in a better tomorrow.
Then a breakthrough.
After weeks of tense negotiations, a collective gasp, a sigh of relief, rippled through the city. News spread like wildfire, whispered in marketplaces, announced in hurried tones on crowded buses. A deal had been struck. The minimum wage would be increased. It wasn't everything they had hoped for, but it was a start, a reason to believe.
In the halls of power, handshakes were exchanged, agreements signed, but the real victory belonged to those who had fought so hard for this moment. Bola, her eyes filled with tears of gratitude, dared to dream of a brighter future for her children. Emeka allowed himself a flicker of hope, a belief that his hard work might finally be rewarded.
Nkechi, her smile wider than ever, saw a glimmer of light at the end of a long, dark tunnel. The impact was immediate. A wave of relief, of cautious optimism, washed over the nation. The wage increase, though modest, represented something far greater, a recognition of their worth, a validation of their struggles. It was a victory not just for the workers, but for the very soul of Nigeria. The effects were felt far and wide. Markets buzzed with renewed energy as people dared to spend a little more, to dream a little bigger. The scent of hope mingled with the aroma of spices and grilled meat. In homes across the nation, families gathered, sharing meals and stories, their faces illuminated by a glimmer of hope. The fight was far from over, but this victory served as a powerful reminder. When people united, when they raised their voices in unison, change was possible. The journey ahead would be long and arduous, but this victory had sown the seeds of change. It had ignited a spark of hope in the hearts of millions. It had shown the world the resilience of the Nigerian spirit, the unwavering belief in a brighter future.
This was not just a wage increase, it was a testament to the power of unity, the strength in collective action.
As the sun set on Abuja, casting long shadows across the city, a sense of cautious optimism filled the air. The fight for a just and equitable Nigeria continued, but this victory served as a powerful reminder. Even in the face of adversity, hope could triumph.
It was a victory for Bola, for Emeka, for Nkechi, and for every hard-working Nigerian who dared to dream of a better tomorrow.
It was a victory for Nigeria, a nation united in its pursuit of a brighter future.